Okay, sir. Good afternoon. So today I'm going to do my final presentation, which is on for my milestone 3. So basically, I've already completed the courseware, which I supposed to completed by 13 July, but I've completed even earlier than that. So I'm going to present on my milestone 3. Okay, this presentation is basically like for you to actually give me comment or anything if you know if I've done any mistakes or something, so sir can just let me know um to make correction so that I can make correction and change my project, so if anything have to be changed. So for that I've already done a few enhancements, so based on the testing, because I've already done the chapter 7, which is on testing and evaluation. So I've done with the kids, the primary students, and I got to know that there are something that makes didn't make them satisfied, or somehow in terms of the interactivity, they say it's very boring and it's not so interactive. So I've made some interactive elements in my project, such as audio, video, because audio video is playing a very important role in terms of the interactivity, because audio is where we are using our ears, one of the sense of humans, and as well as video, where we are actually looking at we are watching a video, means we're using our eyes. So from there we can catch, sometimes video and audio will enhance the interactivity, and it will make them really understand on the courseware, since this is a courseware related to animal, and it's more about facts, and it's like more on science subject, where they really need some understanding, or really they really need to pay attention to actually understand the courseware. So for that I made it some interactivity, some kind of interactions in the courseware. So for that I'm going to start with the presentation. I'm going to start going into deep into the courseware. So yes, for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the start button here. If you see, so it is clickable, and yes, it is a button, and it can be clickable. If you see, these are the contents. Okay, you can see that if I put my mouse on top, it will hover and it will change the font type, as well as the default font type, as well as the what's that called, the color of the button changing from green to gray. So these are all the contents, as I think I've already mentioned in my milestone 2 and my milestone 1. So for further explanation, I'm just going to straight away to see there's something called new here, which is a question mark here. If you see, the question mark here is actually the meaning of help button. Saying that it is an help button, where it is very important, because I got to know that some of the students, when I did some evaluation tests with them, I got to see some problems in terms of not understanding the image button, because I've used two types of buttons here. If you see, this is a normal button where it can be clickable. For example, this is an image button, so no one knows what is this, or is this an image, or is this a button, so they can click on this. And moreover, they can also understand by what are the buttons that I've used, because you see this image button that it shows a sign. At the same time, it is also showing without any words. There's no words here. So question here is something related to the question that the user feels to ask. Okay, they cannot when they're using the courseware, they are not able to ask anyone beside, because they want those the other students or teachers, they might be confusing too. So that is why I came up with an help button, means like a guideline for the users questions. So when they can click on here, it will automatically bring to the guideline, where the users can able to understand, okay, what is this home button. See, if I use all these buttons, it's all image button, where they don't know what is this used for. So all these are the buttons that we have used, like a video button, help button, exit, home, back, and next. So these are the guidelines, so they can just read through where it will link to. And yes, we're going back to the home page again. Home page will bring you back to the main menu. So without the delay, I think I'm going to go start with the under animals. I'm going to show you what are the things that I've added in. So under animals, if you see, there are something called all these things which I've never covered in the milestone 1 and milestone 2. So I'm going to do that now. For example, for animals here, We can click on the animals.
What is an animal? Millions of different types of animals live on Earth. Each type of animal is known as a species.
Okay, so here sir can just get to know that there is some kind of sound effect, which is, I mean, I put an audio here which explains the text here, because why I have put this here is just because it's easy for the students, I mean the users, to understand. Because without sometimes to students, even me myself, sometimes when I like to read something, I love to read some, certain text, but at the same time sometimes we feel bored to read. And people don't like to read. There are students who don't like to read, so whereas I mean, instead of reading, maybe they can just listen to the audio. It's the same thing. And it is even more better if they can listen to the audio as well as they read. So they're doing two things in at the same time, which they really enhance their understanding. They can understand more, and they can even learn. They can use this courseware, because audio is a very very crucial um, multimedia element that has been used here to actually enhance the understanding. Because if the students didn't understand anything on my courseware, and definitely it's going to be a waste of me doing this courseware, because students really need to understand. So I went to go through the evaluation. When I've done the audio, they said it is even better because the audio use is very clear. And I've the author that who's, I mean, the speaker who's speaking the audio is very clearly reading the entire text, I mean, clearly. So like, that is why I've used audio here. Audio is one of the important element which I've used in my FYP1. So I think I've justified that. Yes, audio is very important in terms of the understanding. So next, I've also gone through here. Okay, okay, now if you see there's no audio being played because I've already off the audio. Okay, students can actually eventually can off the audio. Sometimes some students, they feel annoyed to actually go through the audio. So maybe for that, students can actually stop, or they can either stop, or they may not to stop. I mean, they can use the audio. They want to listen to the audio, or they don't want to listen. If they don't want, they can just off. If they want, they can just on, and you can listen to the audio here. Okay, you can see that, right? Okay, if you see there's a video button here. There's a symbol like a video, which they can click on the video, and they can actually watch the video that related to animals and their babies, which I've never covered in any I mean, I've never covered in any parts here. And I've already covered in the video. Animals and their babies, very important, because humans has babies and animals do have their babies, and their babies are called in a different names, and according to their habitat. So you can go and watch the video now. So if you see there's a video being played, so you can see this is how the video is being played. And yes, of course, there are something called notes here, and you can click, definitely you can click on the notes, and you can type anything as you wish here. For example, you want to type on elephants. So you can type anything, and you can even save it. Okay, if you saved it, it will bring you back to one of the Chrome. If you want to remove this, you can do that. Okay, if you don't, you can also print, you can also change the color, instead maybe you can blue or whatever color that you want, and you can actually eventually drag it. Okay, and you can put it anywhere as you wish. Okay, I'm putting this in the below, and you can always want to save or not to save. Are you sure you want to delete this note? Yes or no? So for me, I want to delete this for this moment. And if you see, this is what I'm saying, like for example, cheetah and its cup and its characteristics, breeding and habitat. Same goes for all the animals. You can users can also can move their cursor. I mean they can actually drag the buttons where they want to see which animal they want to see. We have Arctic animals, we have sea animals, and farm, sea, and rainforest, and there is also grassland animals. So you can see through here. They can actually maximize the video. If they want to lower the video, also can. There is no sound effect here, so there's no such thing. They don't have to go to sound. So these are the elements. And once they can even rewind if they want to. If they don't want, it's up to them. So they can go back. or they can go to home button, is the same. Okay, no, so you can use the notes again. If you want to, you can press notes, you can still save it, and then you can click on the back button. Okay, if I've already mentioned about the audio, we can on the audio right now. So every terms, every content here I've used audio. Okay, maybe we can choose one of the experiment here, maybe on useful to animals, useful animals to mankind. So we can choose here, and if you want to see, the audio is being played. Okay. Okay, another important thing that I want to highlight here is on the, if you see in my courseware here, there's so many things I've already off the audio. So there's so many, there's a few words that is being highlighted and in red in color and has been underlined. So each underlined here, it means that it is something that I can actually link to my, somewhere I can link to the glossary, because they want to know ancestors, what is meaning of ancestors. So they can actually click on this, and it will bring you back here on the glossary part, and to relate, to give the meaning of the word. So like just now, ancestors, and a person typically one or more remote than a grandparent from whom one is descendant. So they can actually learn from what is the meaning from here. All the meaning here is very suitable to the names. And yes, and if you see there is a link button here, I've already put in the report. So if you read through the report, you can understand more on the link, on the linking here, which it will link you back to the same content page, because they don't have to go back, or they don't have to continue, or they don't have to go to the home page to go back to the same content. Instead, they can actually use the linking, which is very easy for them. They can use this link and it will bring you back to the same content. So it's easier. They don't have to go so many pages to come back to the same content page. And same goes to the domesticated. If you click on the domesticated, it will bring you back domestic. So it will bring you back here, and it will talk about domestic. And for example, the same thing, if you want to go for defend, you can bring back to defend. It will bring you to defend. What's the meaning of defend here? Same go to inject, and then you bring back to the inject, and you can bring you back to the same content here. So it's easy for them. Somehow it's very easy, and they can just go through the glossary and they come back again. So there's one interactivity there. It's, buttons, use text as buttons also. Okay, other than that, we also going to go deep into the quizzes. I've already enhanced the quizzes in terms of the interactivity in terms of the quizzes. So if, for example, which of the following is not a vertebrate? Okay, choose the animals. Okay, so which is not a vertebrate? A bird is a vertebrate. It has a backbone. A snake has a vertebrate. It has a backbone. And dog has it is a vertebrate and it has a backbone. So seahorse doesn't. So you can click on that and it will bring you back to correct. If you change the audio, you can listen to the audio. The audio will say correct and well done. And if you see there's an animation of 3 stars, the 3 stars here is very brightly yellow in color, and I've given 3 stars because it's an excellent job. So you got it correct. So definitely you will be praised and you will be given a good reward. So at the same time, you can see the emoji here, a good emoji with a very good expression. It will bring you a very smile expression. It shows you you have done the best. Well done and correct. So you can go back. You can select to any other questions, match correctly, for example. So what is this? This is a gill, gills or scales. Okay, gills is normally here and scales is somewhere in, in this part. So for example, if I'm going to answer wrong, if the student users answers wrong, it will bring you back here.
Try again.
See, like wrong and try again. And I'm given 2 stars, which is not brightly in color, and it shows like, you have to do some more, maybe you have to try again. And if you see some kind of emoji that shows, oh, you try again, wrong, or something like that, the emoji showing that it's a shock emoji, where it shows that a user has to try again. So this is where all the questions related to the quizzes as well as the exercises, is all in the question, in the courseware, where these users are able to go through the courseware to answer this question. Without that, they are not able to answer this question. The answers are all in the courseware itself. So this is basically an exercises, a bit hard, and it's for upper primary, where this question is not so interactive, where they can just go through the questions and the answers are given down there. So they can continue, and okay, they can continue to go to and solve the maze. How many animals are there? So something interesting, so they can find how many animals are hidden inside there, and they can choose and they can answer. For example, the answer is 18, so we can click on that and it will bring you back here. Okay, so we are done with the quizzes. There's so many quizzes, we can go through that, and as well as I told you about the glossary already. And so this is what glossary is. And on exercises, and yes, on mammals, where you can click on the mammals, this is some extra knowledge about the animals. I've selected a few animals, for example, a land animal here, biggest land animal, and a biggest ocean animal, mammal here. And one of the wildcats, there are so many wildcats, I've choose serval as one of it. And monkeys, a type of monkey, which is chimpanzee. Platypus is something that gives birth at the same time. It also lay eggs. So it lay eggs, but at the same time it is called mammal. Why? It actually gives milk to the baby. So see, something different, an animal that actually lay eggs, and it is called as mammal. And it's a type of dog. So there's wolf, there is dog, and there is fox. So I choose sheepdog is one of the extra element here. So they can choose eventually, for example, sheepdog. Audio is being played, and you can listen to the audio. You can go back, go to the next page where it will bring you to the next animal. If not, you can go back straight away. So these are the elements. No, there's so many, and all these birds here. So many types of birds. You can go back. You have reptiles. Three types of reptiles that you can go: lizard, turtle, and snake. Fishes. Yes, there are 5 types of fish you can go through. Insects. 3 types of insects that you can go through, and crustaceans are three types of crustaceans. Okay. For example, you want to talk about prawn. Yes, you can talk about prawn. So if you see, there's a few animation here and there, and even the crab, there's an animation here. If you see, it's very some kind of animation there. I've used animation also. So I think I've justified and used all types of animation. I've used audio, I've used video, and the most important and very interesting part in my courseware is where games. I've added something called games. So there are 3 types of games here, which user can actually use these types of games. It can be actually catching the alphabet, hangman, or memory type of game. So we let us move the games in my one by one. Okay. So at the first moment, we're going to start with catching the alphabets. Okay, to catch the alphabets, we can play now, or you can want to seek for help. You can just go seek for help and catch the alphabet from the sky, so it will fall down, and you can read through the instruction before you actually playing the game. If not, you can straight away play, and it's very easy game. Play. Okay, the question and the answers here. This is called live, and this is score. So what you can do is the mammal that can fly. So what do you think? If not, you will lose. If you see, you will be losing life here. See, I've lost a life here because I catched a wrong one. So in order for you to catch a very good one, you can actually move the trolley. Okay, let me show you how are we going to move the trolley, and this is the answers, and this will be the question. The question will be demoed here, and then after some time the question will be will be brought down here, and you can still read through the question. What is the mammal that can fly? So bats are the mammal that can fly. So we're going to move to the next question. Animal that feed milk but lay eggs. As usual, just now as I told you, it's platypus. You can move by actually clicking on the by removing the sliding the what's that called? Sliding the see, you have lost one of the life because you have answered wrongly, and you need an S. Okay, so we are done. We got correct. Okay, click to continue, answers right. So it will show you a right button here, and you click to continue for your next question. If you see, you can use this trolley. You can slide the trolley towards the right or towards the left. You cannot do anything else because the alphabets keep on dropping. It's very how to say, the alphabet is very too many alphabets, and as said by the author, which is me, I set the alphabets too many, and users have to catch the correct alphabets to answer the question. Okay, click next. Warmest place where camels live. Okay, camels live in desert, so we will go next. So if you see V is not one of the answers, so you will lose the life. One of the life you'll be losing. So we'll move. Okay, and yes, it will bring you back to S, and you need a T. So okay, so you're done. You can just move the tigers live in here. So tigers live in rainforest. You need an A, you need an I, you need an N, you need an R. So you see the R is dropping very slow. While that, you can go next questions. You need an O. So keep on you move it very fast. You can finish up the game very fast. There is no sound system here. If you see, there is no any sound effect given to this game. Because it is the game that I've used. I've used my own game. So you have lost one of the 2 life. Okay. So if you see, you have lost 2 life because you catch the wrong alphabet. So you need to catch the right alphabet to get good marks. I mean, correct score. So you see, you lose 1. So you need an H. Okay. So what it means here is the tortoise shell is hard. So that's what the answer is, hard. 2-legged mammal. So the mammal that is 2-legged is kangaroo. So let us see. So if you catch Q, it will lose 1 mark. To go to the next game, you definitely need to you need an A. So automatically will drop without moving. Grasshoppers breathe through trachea. So let us see. Trachea. We need a C. We need a H. We need an A. Yes, we need an R. And we need an E. So let us find for an E. Okay, we got an E already. Can just keep here waiting and let the E's to play. Okay, 9, question 9. Animal that called man's best friend. Definitely dogs is one of the animals. So if you lose 1 point here because F is not the answer, and you need a G, you need an S. So if you lose some marks, definitely going to look, it's going to be S. Okay, yeah. So it has many legs. So what are the animals that has many legs? If you see centipede or millipede, so the answer here will be centipede because there is T here. Millipede, there's no E. Okay. Okay, you need an C. You need an I. You need a D. You need an one N. Okay, you are done. And well done, your score is 100. So there are 10 questions. So each question will be given 10 marks. And yes, each question will be giving 10 marks. So altogether there's 10 questions. So it's altogether 100 marks. So given 100 because 100 is the full marks given for all types of quizzes, exams, and anything. So that's why the games also is 100. And now we're going to go for the next game, memory game, which will, after once you play the game, it will definitely bring you to the memory game. It's very fun game. Okay, you have to, this is a hint given, so you have to definitely focus on the hint. Okay, so and score here, and you're given only 30 seconds. So make sure you make it very fast. If not, you will be losing marks. Okay, you have a few more minutes only. If not, you will lose marks. So time's up. Your score is 80 because you've only answered only 8. For each score only 8. So that is why 80. The rest questions you cannot do because it shows time's up. That is why hint is given. When the hint is given, users have to catch up because 30 seconds only given to answer this question. It's a memory game where they can actually they don't have to use their knowledge. They just play with the same image. Means the image is given, 2 image make it same. So it's a very fun game. They don't involve knowledge here. It's just a very fun interactivity game. And if once a hint given, the user has to analyze the hint properly, because the hint is given for only 3 seconds, and after that they can start playing without very fast. They have to play so that to avoid the thumbs up. If they answered all correctly, it will show you well done. Your score is 100. Okay. Then yes, we can go to the next game. By clicking on the play here, it will bring you back to the next game. A very simple and very interactive game, a game called Animal Babies. As you see, where we have learned the animal babies in the video. So once the users watch the video, they're able to listen to the animals babies. And there's only one thing, there's only one topic here. They can choose and they can start. It's very interactivity, and you can see sound effect here. Start. Okay, you'll be given 5 questions, and you've given 30. Once the game is started, once you have clicked on the alphabets, you will be started with the game time, and 5 questions will be given. And the parrot. If you answered wrongly, the parrot will be caged in the cage. If not, you have to release the parrot, make the parrot happy. So I choose this theme because it's green in color, because my theme here is green. So I choose green. If you see, all my games are all in green in color, because green is my theme here. So I choose all green here. In my own I felt that green should be fine, because my theme here is green. So I felt this parrot will be easy for me. So yes, there's 3-letter word. If you see a lion's baby is called a cup. So if you answered wrongly, it will show you try again, and the parrot will be caged with the what's that called? So it will be happy. The parrot will be caught in the cage. If not, you have to answer very, very, very fast. Cup. So the parrot will be happy, and it shows success. Okay, it will show success, means you have successfully played the game, and you can replay it. Replay, it will bring you to a new question. Yeah. So you can, for example, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it's a 6, then it should be kitten. K, I. It's a baby of a cat. If you answer wrongly, it will show you wrong. If you answered again wrongly, it will show you another wrongly, and another wrongly. So it will, when you answer, it will show you success. So something like that. Okay. Okay. This is calf, a baby of a elephant. A cow is called as calf. Awesome. So it says awesome. So fun. It's very fun here. So so should be duckling. Duckling is a baby of a duck. If you answered wrongly, see, time is running here. You see the time is running here. Success. So now in your last question, see question number 5 out of 5, and you're given 30 seconds. Within the 30 seconds, you have to complete the words here. So now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be puppy. I name it as puppy. So let us start with puppy. You can choose any alphabet, as long as the alphabet must be inside the word puppy. So P, and you need another Y here. So without that, we're going to see how if it's wrong. We simply going to show you wrong. I'm going to simply going to show you wrong, and it will show you failed. Okay, it will once you type it wrongly, it will bring you it will bring you a cage, and to make the bird to be settled in the cage, each time you type one wrong alphabet, it will show you one wood here, and there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 woods. Once all the 6 woods complete, it will show you failed, and you have to retry. You can retry. The game is over. You cannot retry. The game is over. So that's it. You have done all the 5 questions, and there's no final score for this game. This type of game, there's no final score. And yes, of course, the game is over. So once you have done, you can play again, and we'll bring you back to the same thing, and you can also play again the game. If you want to play the memory game again, yes, you can do that. You can play the game. And if you want to understand it more, you can play on this. You can understand the instructions. Instructions is given here. Okay, instructions is given to this game. If you don't want, you can go. Of course, each game here you have given instructions. Okay, to for you to play. How do you want to play this game? Okay. Okay. So far, that's it with the contents. As far as I think, um I've done with the presentation. I've already answered all the whatever that I've added. So with that, I'm going to go. I'm going to end my presentation today for my milestone 3. And thank you for watching my presentation, sir. So hope you will like it. And if anything, just let me a comment, give me a comment so that I may use the comment to enhance my project. Okay, thank you so much, sir.